So I'm seeing a lot of messages coming through from other intuitives and a lot of fearful messages coming through, like talking about big events happening and destruction and discord and death and all these things. And just in case, I'm going to say this is just for entertainment purposes, but I want to remind everybody that this is not a surprise. Intuitives have been talking about this for a long time, that things are going to be coming, that shifts are going to be happening, that destruction is uprooting a lot of things. The messages that have continued to come through from my spirit team, and the reason they don't always give me the advice to share insights about what might happen or what could happen or what will happen, is because they know that the human mind will start looking for that event and manifest it. So we have to be careful about the fear we're putting into our mind right now and get back in touch with our higher self, back in touch with our intuition, allow our intuition to guide us and lead us. And if our intuition says, don't go on that plane flight, then don't go on the plane flight. If your intuition says, don't go to that grocery store, don't go to that grocery store. If your intuition says, you should probably take a day off work, then take the day off work. It doesn't mean you have to live in fear all the time that something is always going to be happening or something's going to go wrong. That means that you listen to your higher self. Because the more we continue to spread the fear, the more we're going to keep aligning with it. We have to be careful. So, yes, there are things coming. Yes, there's destruction. Yes, there is massive things going to shift for humanity as a whole throughout the entire collective, and especially in the United States of America, because it is literally collapsing. It's collapsing for the purpose of shifting into a new timeline, because the timeline it's been on cannot shift to where we're going. It is not prepared to move through the 4D into the 5D. We have to allow the 3D to stay in the 3D and for our consciousness to carry us through this shift into the 4D and eventually the 5D. But to get there, we have to release the fear as well. So I understand it's almost addicting to start looking and being like, oh, there's a prediction for this and there's a prediction for that and there's going to be this. I'm not saying that they're wrong, but be careful that that's not what you're continually engaging in, because the purpose of these messages isn't to cause you fear. It's to allow you to trust your intuition. And so I encourage you, every time you get into that fearful mode, come back to self, ground yourself, release that fear, and allow yourself to learn how to trust your higher self to guide you. All you have to do, you guys, is spend at least 2 minutes in meditation a day. And then when that 2 minutes gets easy, you get up to 5 minutes. Then you go to 10 minutes. And then you go to 12 minutes. It's the proven fact that the human mind at 12 minutes meditation will finally release, and then you will connect with your higher self. Work your way up to meditating at least 12 minutes to 15 minutes a day, and you will get back in touch with your higher self and your intuition. Please be careful about allowing yourself to move in fear right now, because that is exactly what they're trying to cause us. And the more we keep projecting that out, the more we're going to see it. And I'm not saying that things are not bad. That is not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying those of us that are in a higher consciousness, if this is not meant for you, then move on. Those of us in a higher consciousness, those of us that are meant to carry the higher vibration, those of us that are awakened, those of us that are here for the purpose of helping the ascension, expanding consciousness, we have got to stay out of the fear. We just have to trust our higher self is going to guide us correctly. We just have to believe. And I know it's hard when you continually are having things come at you. So I just wanted to say that because I'm just like scrolling and it's just like one thing after another. And I'm like, okay, yes, yeah, okay. And then there's just like all kinds of comments of What do I do? I can't even do anything anymore. Listen to your intuition. You will know what's on your highest timeline if you do that.